Hello, thank you for watching, and please hit subscribe, and that way you will get notifications when I make new videos. I thank all the viewers and those who comment and hit the like button if you like it. Today I want to talk about Manly P. Hall. To me, he is the go-to guy if you want to learn about the occult, hidden knowledge of spirituality, mysticism, Freemasonry, the Rosicrucians, and all the ones who teach this spirituality. The reason I say he is the go-to guy is because he has so many lectures on YouTube, hundreds, on all kinds of subjects. And he's easy to understand. And he also wrote a book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages, which for its time, it was amazing. It was a big book with very well done, with illustrations, great illustrations, and at the time it was $150 to pre-order this book, and the religious groups bought it up, and now it's also still in print, I believe, in paperback, and you can find it. It's a book, basically an encyclopedia of everything in the occult, mystic world. Now, once again, I want to point out that the word occult, some people think it's a bad word. It means hidden. Doesn't mean evil, doesn't mean satanic. It means hidden. It comes from the Greek word occultus, which means hidden. And this information was hidden because people who weren't ready to have it, if they got the power that this information gives, they can either do harm to themselves or others. So the information was hidden and only given to those who were ready to receive it. But now it's not so hidden. It's out there and it's available because we're at a critical time. There's a lot of turmoil in the world, and there needs to be a change if we are to proceed on this planet without ruining the planet and killing each other. Manly P. Hall was born in 1901 in Peterborough, Canada. And he was an author, astrologer, mystic, lecturer of the secret teachings. And he learned firsthand by traveling the world and immersing himself in the cultures and religions of the Middle East, India, China, and elsewhere. He was a pastor at a church in Southern California. I forget the name of it right now. At a young age, he moved to California with his mother, I believe in his late teens, early 20s, and he became a pastor, I think, in his mid-20s at this church. And that's when he was given money to travel and learn by some investors who believed in him. And when he came back, he wrote The Secret Teachings of All Ages, which is, like I said, the go-to book for everything in the hidden knowledge, ancient religions, spirituality, mysticism, Gnostics, Freemasonry, Rosicrucians. and everyone else who teaches. He was also a 33-degree freemason. He was appointed that because he had the knowledge. He didn't actually belong to a lodge of Freemasonry up until he was appointed, because he learned the knowledge elsewhere, not basically just from the Freemasons, but they knew that he knew what he was talking about. Now, a thing about Manly P. Hall is people who do not know this information and have a closed mind will misunderstand what he's talking about and be confused and end up ridiculing him. And that's what happens with most of the people who do this work. Like Rudolf Steiner, Madame Blavatsky, and Manly P. Hall. There were people out there that ridiculed him because they did not understand his work. So it's easy just to call him a name and try to condemn him rather than to learn. And it didn't matter because their work stands for itself. And the knowledge that all three of these people I mentioned have was great. And a lot of other people have this knowledge, and some choose to share it with the world and try to teach it. And their mark has been left, and it's a great one. Manly P. Hall, one of his quotes, he has a lot of them. If you look on the internet for Manly P. Hall quotes, you'll see that he was a very wise man. But moderation is the key to survival, is one of his quotes. And it is so true. Because there is a light and a dark side in all of us. And if you go too far onto one side without moderation, it is not in balance with nature. And that's what spirituality is trying to, for people to teach and to understand that for people to live in balance with nature, the way it intended, truthfully. What is the truth? And when we live lies, you're not living in balance with nature, and that will create suffering, depression, anxiety, and a lot of other mental illnesses when you don't know about these secret teachings, which are teachings about yourself. And some will say, well, why are they secret? Well, I had mentioned that before, because there are people out there that will want to do harm to people that teach this stuff. They don't like them, and because they don't understand. And people fear things they don't understand. So that's why. And when you're ready for it, you will seek it out and find it. Another book that he wrote, which Ronald Reagan took a lot of parts of it when he was running for office, was The Secret Destiny of America. And the wisdom in this book, you would think that he is a mind reader, because he's telling of all the things that are happening today. And in a way, he was a psychic, because that's what psychics are. They're able to see and foretell the future by what they observe today. And it's not magic, it's just understanding people and how they act and their mindset. And that gives you wisdom into knowing where they're going. It's as simple as that. Intuition plays a big part of it. Intuition is our soul giving us information. that we may not be aware of with our the carnal mind. So Manly P. Hall died in 1990 in Los Angeles, California, and up until he died, he was giving lectures, and there are some online, like I said, many of them. And that's why I think he was in our era, he was in our time, he was in our life. He is a modern mystic, and it was able to relate these ideas with modern life. And that's what made him so important and so valuable. The Philosophical Society in, I believe, Los Angeles is what he founded and created, and he would give his lectures there. And it's still there today with the library of books that he wrote. He wrote over 150 volumes of work. Huge volumes of work for one man. And all of them are just, I've read, not all of them, but I've read and listened to many of his lectures. I've read The Secret Teachings of All Ages, The Secret Destiny of America, and they're just full of wisdom. I didn't come to learn about him until after I had my spiritual awakening, until I had the death of the ego, till I opened my pineal gland, till I had my awakening, or whatever you want to call it. After I've gone through the dark night of souls, which I'm going to do a video on at some point, about what that is. I learned about Manly P. Hall after I had, so I didn't use his teachings to enlighten myself, but I learned about him after and read his stuff to make sense of what I was going through and to understand it. And it was invaluable to have that information. So that's about all I want to say on him. I don't want to, there is so many videos and lectures online from him. I highly recommend listening or reading some of his books if you're interested in these secret teachings and what this hidden knowledge is. And it's very, very powerful. It's not for everybody, because if you're not ready for it, it can be disturbing, some of it. And I suggest you take what you want from it and leave what you don't understand. And as you learn more, it will all come to you when you're ready. I thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe. And if you have any comments, leave them. I'll try to get to them. And you have a great day.